Well, hello there. Let's talk Iron Fist Season 2. So I'm currently watching the entire Defender series on Disney Plus, so you don't have to, and giving reviews after each season. And so now I'm through Iron Fist Season 2. I still have Daredevil Season 3, Jessica Jones Season 3, and The Punisher Season 2 to go. And really, we said this in the review for the first season of Iron Fist. This is the toughest of these shows to watch, of the Netflix Defender series shows to watch. It's one of those shows where there's some good things, but there's a lot of bad, and it's really drugged down by Finn Jones as Danny Rand, as the Iron Fist. He is just not good in that role, and he's the main character. And so this season, from all the criticism of Season 1, they try to somewhat sideline him at times and really focus the show more on Jessica Henwick's Colleen Wing, who ends up becoming the Iron Fist at the end of the show. So really the idea being that if they came back for Season 3, Finn Jones is gone. And so really they were trying to kind of reset the show where they could kind of come back with some other things. Now, as you look at this season, number one, it's 10 episodes, so the pace is better and arguably better than some of the other MCU shows that I like the characters better. It's arguably better than Luke Cage Season 2. It's arguably better than Jessica Jones Season 2, because you don't get to that point in the season that the other ones did where kind of the big kind of moment has happened, but there's still a whole lot after it. And so really this one, the big moment, the big showdown is actually in the final episode, which is I can appreciate. When you look at the season, the basic idea is that there is a man named Davos, who's played by Sacha Dhawan, who was Danny's brother in Kunlun, where he got the Iron Fist, and that he's jealous that he has the Iron Fist and that it should have gone to him. So he comes to New York, and he kind of does this weird ceremony to get the Iron Fist, and then he goes and basically fights criminals, kind of Punisher style, where he's going and he's killing them. He's going and he's killing them, and so they're trying to stop that abuse and stop those killings and murders in their neighborhood. That's kind of the whole show. And then there's some weird side characters too. So there's Alice Eve plays a person with dissociative personality disorder called Mary Walker, who goes and is like a mercenary. Very odd and kind of in some ways didn't have to be in the show. Like, she comes up in some key moments, but kind of just as like she's just like extra conflict there in some ways. I think my biggest kind of gripe here, obviously, is Finn Jones. I think Finn Jones is not great in this role. I think that there's a lot of other ways you could have gone here. And then really when you look at the villain here, you look at Davos, like, his motivation is weird. Like, his motivation is that Danny took the Iron Fist, so now he's going to take it back, and he's going to end the scourge and the criminals in New York City. I guess my whole question throughout the episode is, why does he care about New York? He had just come there to recover Danny from Kunlun and take him back to Kunlun in Season 2. Why does he all of a sudden care about crime in New York? That's kind of a really odd piece here. I think as you see this going forward, I know there's some calls for Jessica Henwick to be the Iron Fist in the MCU. I don't know that it should happen. We really haven't seen her. She's really good in the role, but we really haven't seen her be the main character yet, even though in this season she kind of somewhat is, but we really haven't seen her take that mantle. So if this character comes back and they bring it back from the Defender series, maybe they can bring it back with somebody like Shang-Chi, who is very well done. The actor's Simu Liu is very good in that role, rather than bringing it back in its own series, bringing it back in its own thing, kind of like they're doing with Daredevil, because I think Charlie Cox kind of embodies Daredevil, whereas there's not really an embodiment of Iron Fist here. And it's also, when you think about it as a comic character, it's a hard one to do anyway.